FBI nickname is Spooky. He got it due to his belief in the paranormal.
Okay, last week we spoke to Chris Carter and Gillian Anderson, and we just reviewed the X-Files movie. Now, at long last, it's time for my favorite X-Man, David Duchovny.
We're just X-Files all the time. Welcome to the X-Files network. QVC, X-Files, we're selling posters, X-Files rings, X-Files watches. We've got a bust of Chris Carter that says the truth is out there.
David Duchovny's a little overwhelmed these days. The X-Files TV series has pretty much consumed his life for the last 5 years. And now, with the X-Files film in theaters, he's busy promoting that as well.
Well, we're FBI agents.
You're not FBI agents.
How do you know?
Because y'all look like door-to-door salesmen.
Away from the set, David will finally be able to spend more time with his wife, Deep Impact star Téa Leoni. The X-Files is setting up shop in Los Angeles after calling Vancouver home for the past 5 years.
I find it nice to go home to Téa every day, you know, now that we live in the same city. I find it, you get to think about important things more and think about the extraneous business less.
David says that like any married couple, he and Téa have had a few fights, but nothing major. I wondered if the X-Files movie had opened the same weekend as Deep Impact, how that might have affected their relationship.
It would have been a problem for Deep Impact, I think. But Deep Impact was a good film. We were both really pleasantly surprised at that. I mean, I'm not like a big disaster film fan, and I thought it was really well done, and she was happy with it too.
At the moment, the couple have no plans for children, but David does envision being a dad one day.
I hope I would be a good one, you know. I hope that I would be a good listener. I always think, you know, your parents make mistakes with you like they have to, and then you grow up and you don't make those mistakes, you make different ones, you know. So I'm looking forward to seeing the mistakes that I make. I know the ones that I won't make.
While Duchovny's parenting skills have not been tested yet, his X-Files character is considered a role model by many of the show's young fans. But critics have questioned if the dark and often disturbing subject matter is something kids should be watching.
What killed those men?
What killed them, I won't even write about. We have no context for what killed those men.
Thinking back to when I was a kid, I know that I had a rich, scary imagination. You know, you enjoy being scared as a kid. So I think it's kid nature to love to be scared. And all the other stuff that may be harmful or difficult for children to handle, I don't think they get it. You know, I think it just, they don't even care about story half the time. They just care that it's dark and other people are scared. You know, that's what they get into.
Both kids and adults seem to be into the X-Files. The series now averages 20 to 30 million viewers each week who tune in to watch alien abductions, macabre murders, and mysterious monsters. I guess you're never too old for a good scare.
With the X-Files now in theaters frightening moviegoers, it got me thinking of those great scare fests of the 50s and 60s. The man behind many of those films was William Castle. William Castle, the master of movie horror, was also the ultimate showman. In the late 50s and early 60s, he spooked, shocked, and buzzed the behinds of millions of theatergoers, eager to have the pants scared off them. His use of gadgetry and gimmicks to sell a film is now the stuff of Hollywood film lore. In The Tingler, for example, he rigged theater seats with buzz boxes.
You will feel some of the physical reactions, the shocking sensations experienced by the actors on the screen. I guarantee that The Tingler has more shocks per minute than my last film, The House on Haunted Hill.
I'm Vincent Price. You're invited to my party in the House on Haunted Hill.
When Castle put one of Hollywood's greatest horror stars, Vincent Price, in his movie House on Haunted Hill, the end product was one of the classic genre films of all time. But even with a surefire box office draw like Price, he still threw in Amerigo, whereby a skeleton would fly over the audience and scare them half to death. One of Castle's most popular ploys was the fright break. He personally guaranteed every audience member their money back if they were too frightened to see the film's shocking climax. Of course, the money had to be redeemed at the Coward's Corner.
Do you think it's fair to tell the ending of a picture like this to your friend?
No.
Why not?
Well,
Yeah, well, for one thing, if they're going to see it, it spoils it. And for another thing, let them pay their 70 cents and see it and find out for themselves.
Thank you very much.
Castle's biggest casting coup came when Mommy Dearest herself, Joan Crawford, agreed to star in the Castle chiller Straight Jacket.
Leave me alone!
In Straight Jacket, Crawford plays a deranged mother/axe murderess. So much more effective than wire hangers, don't you think?
Do you believe in ghosts? I do. And you will too, when you come to this theater and see my picture, 13 Ghosts. No more dictation today.
Whether he was hawking supernatural viewers that allowed audiences to penetrate the spirit world in 13 Ghosts, or selling life insurance policies in Macabre, William Castle knew how to titillate the audience's horror taste buds better than anyone else.
Next up, Scott and I take a road trip to Las Vegas, a location that may be the sci-fi capital of the world.